Hey everyone! So I know this has been a long time coming. I've been really busy and I had a lot of problems with my computer. Something with the drive ended up happening, so I had to send it back and I wasn't able to film and upload a March or an April favorite. So I decided just to like combine them all in one big chunk, even though we're already halfway through May. And so I have a ton of different products for you guys. I'm gonna try to get through them very quickly for you, like I've said before, just to like get them all in, get them all out, and let you know what I really like. So I have 7 favorites and 4 dislikes for the months of March and April, so that you guys can know what I'm really using and what I'm not going to use, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. So my first favorite is actually these Apple Juicy Cleansing Wipes by Innisfree. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, you're not gonna like these, but I like it because number one, these are in a huge tub. Look at this. Look at this. This is like the Clorox cleaning pad tubs, but it's a makeup wipe. Another reason I like it is because I keep it next to my bed. This is where I take a lot of my makeup photos and things like that you see on my Instagram. And having this right here is really easy because I can kind of wipe things off, put things on. I don't have to like get up and go to my bathroom. Basically, I'm really lazy. And these are really, really good. They work really well. They're better than my Neutrogena makeup wipes. And Neutrogena, the makeup wipes, are pretty popular in the USA. I feel like those are probably the most popular makeup wipes, and I like these ones better. They don't leave my face as kind of like oily as some of the other makeup wipes can. You still need to like rinse your face. It's just really handy. So my second favorite is a huge one for me because I ran out and I had to go out and buy another one, and that is the lip and eye remover from Etude House. Now this stuff is amazing. This is the end of my 3rd bottle and I'm now moving on to my 4th bottle. When you hear people talk about the like ColourPop liquid lipsticks or any of the liquid lipsticks, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to take off, and you see them like scrub and scrub and scrub. The only thing I can think when I watch that is you have a really crappy makeup remover, because I put some of this on one of those cotton pads, I hold it on my lips for like 2 seconds and then tunk tunk tunk, it's gone. It's taken off. So if you have a lot of trouble getting your liquid lipstick off, switch to this, because I use ColourPop and I use Stila liquid lipsticks, and I even have one of my dislikes here that's also kind of difficult to get off. I'd say more so than the ColourPop, and this takes it off pretty easily. Remember, 3rd bottle, 4th bottle. And the next for my skin is the Etude House Collagen. It's really hot in Korea already. I don't know if you can see, my skin maybe is kind of glistening, and that's because it is really hot outside right now. It does not feel like spring anymore. This is Seoul summer weather. It's gonna get even more humid, so I'm totally looking forward to that. But I had to switch up my skincare, so I went back to my trusty collagen moistable from Etude House. This is my go-to in the summer because it's really lightweight, but it doesn't make me greasy, and it smells good, and I really do feel like if I use this and the serum that my fine lines appear a little less, and I think it's because they're kind of just plumped up. So this for me is a big one. One thing I'm gonna let you guys know is one of my subscribers, she came here to visit me in South Korea, and she let me know that they must have changed the formula, because although this worked really well for her before, now it breaks her out. So be aware of that if you've used this and you really like it, the new formula might break you out, but it also might not break you out. So let's get into the makeup. I have been absolutely loving this foundation. If you see me wearing a foundation in my recent photos or my recent videos, it is this foundation, and that is the Ampoule foundation from Innisfree. Now, my skin is finally dark enough to kind of be okay with the 21. The one downside to this was they came out with a 13, a C21, a 21, and a 23, and I think maybe also a C23, but they did not have a C13, which means cool 13. So when they first came out, I was not, I bought this and it didn't really work for me because my skin was so white, but now that the sun has been out and I spent a day at the beach with ineffective sunscreen, my skin is darkened up a little bit, enough so that I can use the C21. So it's got such a beautiful finish. And I know I'm not the only one who says this. There's actually a few Korean YouTubers that also love the finish of this. It's not going to be full coverage, it's not meant to be, but it fits really nicely on the skin and it just blends in. And I put it on this morning with just a sponge, just like sponged it on, and for the most part it is still there and it's wonderful. So this typically, if I'm not experimenting with different foundations, then this is the one I go for on a really, really regular basis, and I highly recommend it. Speaking of this, another thing that I think I've mentioned before is one of my favorites, but I went back to it recently, and that is my Mimi Box Lip and Cheek. I absolutely adore using these, not on my lips though. So on my lips, you know, it's okay, but I love using these on my cheeks. So you open it up and you just put a little bit on your hand and you mix it with your foundation so you can control how dark or how light you want it, and then you just pat it on your cheeks. Now I put mine on this morning and this is exactly how it looked this morning. If you're someone who watches a lot of beauty videos and really knows about like makeup and beauty, you'll know that the first thing to disappear in your makeup is your blush, which is why a lot of people tend to now go more for cream blushes. But the problem with a lot of cream blushes is that they can kind of move around, especially in the summer. This one, when I mix it with foundation, if I leave it too long on my hand and then wipe it off, you can see a little bit of stain even on my hand. And the stain power is amazing. Now I have two colors. I have one that's a pink and one that's a red. I actually mix these two together to get kind of the pinky reddish color, and I love the fact that I can put it on and forget about it and it's perfect when I come home. The fact that it's as sunny and as warm and I've been as sweaty as I have been today, and that this is still on like exactly like when I put it on this morning, is the reason why I always use these in the summer. And I love the fact that like I can get the red and the pink, and then I can have pink cheeks if I want, and I can have red cheeks if I want, and I could have a mix of the two if I want. The only thing I would probably do is maybe if they have this in orange, I might pick that one up because then I could have a peach. And with those three colors, I could essentially make any color of blush I wanted, except for purple. Now, I actually just really recently did a review of this line, and that is the Shin Stealer highlighter. Now, I did a full review in my review of her line where I really talk about the colors, but I have been using this so much because of the fact that it's so finely milled and just, do you see that? I use it a lot, and the thing I really love about this is you can build it up and really get like a strobe, or you can just use a little bit and kind of get it to look a little bit more like a finishing powder. It's incredibly high quality. I'm super impressed, and I'll probably end up going and trying to buy like one or two more before I go back to the States, because why would I buy like a really expensive one from Becca when I can use this one and be really happy with it? And my last love is this nail polish here from the Face Shop. The quality of the nail polish from the Face Shop is not my favorite, but I use this with the Innisfree base coat and the Innisfree top coat, and it works amazing. For me, it's all about this color. This is from a limited edition from the Face Shop, which is why it's got such a cute little bottle. They are now not selling this anymore. So I went and I found a dupe for it in a brand whose quality I think is amazing, and that is this one by Innisfree. If you can see these two colors together, they're really similar. The one from the Face Shop, I'd say, is maybe a tiny bit like more blue purple, like maybe a little deeper, but this is a pretty good match. So if you really like the color and you want to pick this up, this is number 128 from the Innisfree nail polishes. So now I'm going to go into the things that I really didn't like. So since I ended with nail polish, I'm gonna start with nail polish. I went into Tony Moly and I got really excited because they had this new line of nail polish, or maybe it's not really new, but it's the first time I saw it and it really like caught my eye because the colors were great. Example, look how cool this is. It's like an oil slick. It's got the blue and the green and like the yellow and the orange. But the problem is when I got these are their Tony Moly gel lights. When I got these and I put them on my nails, even though I absolutely adore the color, they chipped within a day. Like, I think I had them on for a very, very short time and they chipped already. And the formula, when you put it on, it's really easy to work with. And so at first I was really pleased with it. But even with my favorite brand kind of top coat, it's like the formula was just maybe a little too thick or something, and it started to chip right away. And it was really disappointing because I got this like really bright cobalt blue that was gorgeous, and I got these fun like luminescent ones to play with. But I'm probably not going to use them too often at all. Just was not impressed with the quality. So this next one, I know a lot of people have pictures of this, and that's probably because the packaging is adorable, but it's the Panda Dream Bright by Tony Moly as well. The packaging is super cute. I mean, it's a panda, but it's supposed to kind of brighten and work as a base for your, just ignore the writing on my hand. This is supposed to work like as a base, and you can see if I rub it, it does have like a white. But the problem is when you blend it in, it just kind of goes into creases. It doesn't help your eyeshadow to stay longer, at least it didn't to mine. It didn't brighten up my under eyes at all. So I really couldn't figure out what the purpose was. It feels smooth on my skin, and it does like brighten up my skin tone a little bit, but it was said to be an eyeshadow base. And if I'm gonna wear an eyeshadow base, I want one that's going to kind of prevent creasing and work a little bit as a primer as well. So for me, it's much more beneficial if I just go ahead and use the MAC paint pots or the Maybelline color tattoos, which I use a lot with a synthetic brush, and those cover up the colors on my eye, or they can brighten up my eye, but they really help my makeup stay for a really long time. They act like a primer, and this fell really, really flat. So this to me is more like a novelty item that I probably won't use. So this next one, I kind of already knew it probably wasn't gonna be the best because they're playing a little bit off of the Clio lip Nicures, and the Clio lip Nicures are just not good. They're the closest thing in Korea you can get to like a matte liquid lipstick, but the Clio ones are just terrible and really drying and cracky and not great. So I saw another cream brand called Riri, and this brand has a lot of like really cute lip products and things like that, and the bottle I thought was actually pretty cute, and I thought you might as well try it out. Now, the one thing I can say is this is one of those ones that is not gonna budge. When you put it on your lips, it's like cement. It's harder for me to get off than my ColourPop, and the problem with this was that it went on streaky and it felt really dry on my lips. So although this is really pigmented, when you try and put it on, it's just streaky and drying, and it's just not the best formula. I have liquid lipsticks that are better quality than this, and I'll probably stick with those. So this didn't end up being worth the buy to me. Now I have another product from them I'm going to review in the future coming up here, and that product I really like, so keep your eyes open for that, please, because it's actually really cool and really, really unique. But this to me was not good. So this last one I really wanted to love. You guys know how much I love Innisfree. I feel like whenever I do a makeup tutorial, it's pretty much almost entirely Innisfree and Etude House, because those are my two favorite brands to get makeup products from, and that was the Innisfree Auto Liner. I really wanted to love this, and when I swatched it in the store, like, it looks so beautiful and shiny, and it swatched really well, but when I tried to use it as like eyeliner by my eyes, the formula of it is just a little too hard. It actually kind of hurt to really get that color to transfer. And I didn't really notice it on my hand because on my hand it wasn't a lot of pressure, but on my eyes it really felt hard and stiff. And so although this did last a long time, I didn't have to touch it up and it didn't crumble or fall. I can get that same quality with the Etude House Play 101, and the Etude House Play 101 have that sharpener on the end, so although this is an auto and I don't have to sharpen, which is kind of nice, I prefer the Etude House ones. I really do. This color is beautiful, but I can find the exact same color in Etude House, and I think I actually have a color very similar to this in Etude House. I prefer the softer formula that lasts longer. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna try to come out with a lot more new stuff. I have so many things on standby right now. You guys can keep an eye out for those new Etude House double tint, like tint gloss kind of lip products. I did pick up some of those. I also picked up their new chiffon. I picked up one from their chiffon, from the Stalk chiffon, and one of their new matte lipsticks because I was really excited that they had matte lipsticks in Korea. And so I'll let you know how those fit on your lips and how, like, what the quality is as far as those, if they're worth the buy. I also picked up the Double Wear foundation. I was going to do an in-depth review of the Ample. I had the line eyeshadows. I've had so many things lined up ready for you guys. Anyway, as always, if you have any suggestions, go ahead and just post it down in the comment box below. I always want to say description box. Post it down in the comment box below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I do also have a subscriber giveaway because I hit 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And of course, I want to give a big giveaway because I would not be where I am without you guys here today. So, it's my gift to you. I'm going to go now. So I will see you later. Bye!